All right, there we go. Q is open. So our speaker this morning is Reverend Carol Willis, and not only is she my friend, but she's also been my mentor for many years while I've been here. She has worked here in the church in various positions, and she is now the senior minister. And let's welcome her with a lot of love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Gina. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are shining just like the sunshine outside. Just for a moment, I would like everyone to close their eyes and imagine a great symphony orchestra. And imagine that you are a musician in that orchestra. What instrument would you be playing? Doesn't matter whether you really know how to play it, but if you could play it, what would you like to play? What instrument? And imagine that you play it very well. You might be the first chair. And as you center in on the instrument you would like to play, ask yourself, am I willing to play my instrument to the best of my ability? Can I enjoy the music that I'm about to play on my instrument? Am I willing to surrender to the leadership of the conductor? Am I in harmony with the other musicians? Am I willing to put my whole heart and soul into playing the music? Into being harmonious with others? And now you can open your eyes. And I'll ask you, how comfortable were you with these requests? Were you okay with that? I'd like to repeat the second verse of the song Weave. We are different instruments playing our own melodies, each one tuning to a different key, but we are all playing in harmony in one great symphony. And then the last part of the chorus says, weave us together, together in love. Wouldn't it be awful if everybody just went their own way in the symphony? It would just be chaos, and you'd want to cover your ears. But it's a darn good thing that they do their work and that they're willing to be in harmony. Wouldn't it be great if everyday people could function like the symphony? Everyone working together with the same purpose and the same goal in mind? Living with others in unity and harmony. Holy smokes. That would be like utopia. How cool would that be? However, the blessing or maybe the curse is we all have free will and we choose for ourselves. As individuals, we have our own personal consciousness or awareness that we have developed during our lifetime. from birth to the present. Because we are part of the human race, we have contributed to what's called the race consciousness, or it's also known as the mass consciousness. We have also contributed to the expansion or contradiction of divine energy, and we know that everything is an expression of energy. So we're either lifting that up or we're not lifting that up. Therefore, we are either building or diminishing the power of energy. The same is true of consciousness. We are either lifting or limiting consciousness and having a profound effect in either direction. Years ago, I read a book titled Permanent Peace, and it was written by a student of the Maharishi International University. The student wrote about a study done by the university to measure effects of prayer. Those conducting the study chose 12 areas of measurement to illustrate the power of prayer. These groups were called Radiance Prayer Groups, and they were sent to major cities for this study. And as these groups began to pray, more people were recruited to come and join. And they came, each one, to join until they tipped the scales of consciousness in a positive direction. And some of the areas that they chose to look at the statistics were divorces, crimes committed, cigarette and liquor sales, car accidents, murders, new babies, and other kinds of things, the amount of tickets given by the police, and there were 12 areas in all. Each time the prayer group consciousness was raised, the race consciousness was lifted, and the statistics proved a change in habits and behavior. If you can find a copy of the book, it's well worth the read. I tried finding my book last night and I gave up. I couldn't find it because I wanted to read all the categories to you. But it's very, very interesting. Another really good book that would be a companion to this is Power versus Force. I don't remember who wrote that. Do you remember, Reverend Kathleen?
His last name is Hawking.
David Hawkins? Okay. We don't understand what powerful creations we are, do we? We have a profound effect in life on this planet. As I said, we're either lifting that up and building it up, or we're limiting it and we're diminishing it. Jesus taught that the things he did, we could do also, and even greater things could we do than he accomplished. Just think about some of the technological things we've done. The mechanical things that we've done. I mean, going into space, medical things that are happening, all kinds of things. In Matthew 7:13 through 14, Jesus said, "Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. And there are many who go in by it, because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it." It takes work. It takes commitment. Things just don't happen. We have a desire and an intention and an idea, and we combine that with energy, and then there's a manifestation. It takes commitment, willingness, dedication, and effort to be an uplifter of consciousness and expand energy as it expresses. Not everyone wishes to participate in living and working and walking that path. A friend of mine recently located to the northwestern United States. She started fresh and she's recreating her life. She said to me, I have a different purpose now. I have a different perspective now. I asked God to make me an instrument. She didn't qualify it by asking God to make her an instrument of peace or an instrument of love or understanding or anything in particular. Just make me an instrument, God. That's a very bold request to take on. Make me an instrument, God. For me, at this time of my life, I have realized what my divine purpose is. And it's changed since I was younger. And I'm satisfied with the knowledge that Spirit has given me about what my purpose is now. My purpose is to bring love, peace, understanding, compassion, and clear communication to Earth. While I'm here, that's what I want to bring every day. Sometimes I'm good at it, and sometimes I'm not good at it. I am human, but I am spirit. I desire to expand the energy and aid in resolving conflicts that separate us. On the spiritual level, we are one because we're all connected to God. But on the human level, we are separate and divided. And that's not God's fault. That's because of us. It's because of us. We're not playing in harmony like the symphony. Our differences get in the way of our unity, and that's unfortunate. A very good example that I like to go back to every time I kind of get off center about this idea. I look at children. They do not recognize differences. They only love and embrace what's in front of them. They don't question it. They just love it. And if they get near a dog or a cat, they've got their arms around them. They don't care if the cat's going to bat them in the head. They just love. That's what they know to do. I asked everyone in the beginning of this talk, what instrument would you play in a symphony orchestra? In a metaphysical moment here, what type of instrument do you choose to be in the world every day? Are you an instrument that plays in harmony? Are you an instrument that plays in harmony with God's desire and instruction? Will you be a noisemaker or a beautiful melodic harmony? People believe that the squeaky wheel gets the grease, but sometimes it's not good to be the squeaky wheel. You get farther being a person who creates the harmony. It's important to rise above the noise, rise to the higher vibration, because then you bring others up with you. The result is well worth the effort to bring forth harmony, love, and peace, because there's so much around us that wants to contradict that. In a book that I have recently read called Understanding Your Soul, it's a channeled work of Jesus. And one of the things Jesus said is, the world is going through a transformation, and you have come here to participate in that. So how do we participate in that? By being an instrument of God, being the mouthpiece, the hands and feet of God. That's why we're here, to express the God person that we are, to express our divinity and be a blessing to others and to ourselves and to our planet. I would like to close with a Tibetan Buddhist prayer, and I want to thank Reverend Keith Norton for posting this on Facebook. I just so love this. May you be at peace. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you be a source of healing for all beings. I'm going to repeat it. May you be at peace. May your heart remain open. May you awaken to the light of your own true nature. May you be a source of healing for all beings. God bless you, and thank you for joining us this morning. It's been my pleasure to share these ideas with you.